Give me a minute. Let me poop. What? Let me poop. Gosh darn it.
Hey, don't be rude.
Well,
You're saying
Max, hey Max, are you gonna be playing Fortnite tonight?
Yeah, I'm playing right now.
Alright, I'll be on in a little bit.
Okay.
Why?
Why?
I'm there right with you. All right. So so far we have 7. I think there's going to be more coming in, but we're going to go ahead and start anyways. Hi, Heather and Kelly and Marilyn.
Hi.
How are you guys?
Good. How are you?
Good, really good. Are any of you using Canva right now?
Yeah.
I'm not used it that much, no.
Kelly, are you using it?
I've dabbled in it. I don't really.
Yeah.
Okay. And then Heather, Marilyn, are you using it?
I've been on the platform, but no, I'm not using it yet.
Okay. All right. Well, this class is going to show you what you can do in terms of like YouTube, but there's so much. I use Canva for my business, and that's really the only software that I use for my business besides like vidoeo. And I am also utilizing Mailbox Power, which is a postcard system, and I use Canva for that. Newsletters, I use Canva for that. Anything YouTube related that I want to do, thumbnails, things like that, I use between Canva and vidoeo. So between those 2 platforms, I'm good to go. I don't need anything else. And between those 2 platforms, really, it's only like, I think I spend, what is it? 20? No, 10 and 12, like $30, $40 a month between those 2, and that's it. So, and they give me what I need.
Hey, Sheila.
Yeah.
I just started using Mailbox Power about 3 months ago. So I'm in my 3rd mailing for express offers. And so haven't got any calls yet, but it's pretty much now I've learned how to use it.
Yes.
And I had my cards done and everything. It's got my picture on it. I put the picture of the home on the card, which is kind of interesting. But I kind of gave up because it was taking me so long to do it myself. I hired somebody in Bangladesh to do it through Fiverr.
Oh, yeah.
And so they were able to put like 50 pictures on 50 cards for me and get it banged out.
Perfect.
And if I would have done it, it would have taken me another 50 days. Okay. I'm just, I mean, it's not that I can't learn it. It's just that I don't have the time to sit there and, get better at it, unfortunately, and I just, it was the best $100 I ever spent. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. I mean, if you, if the source spot is, the designing or the creating, then definitely you have to send it out, right? I mean, paying that money is well worth it for those who want to pay it. So, so I don't ever begrudge anybody for sending out stuff to get done, believe me. So I'm going to go ahead and log into Canva. So if you have never logged into Canva, I'm just going to quickly run through what Canva the icons and the different areas of Canva. When you come into Canva, you're going to end up on the home screen. And from your home screen, the very first thing that if you're going to come in to create something is come over here to the right and you're going to create a design. And when you click on that, you can begin searching for whatever it is that you want to do. If it's a Facebook post, Instagram post, LinkedIn post, covers, videos, presentations, I mean, you name it, it's in there. So if I wanted to do, let's say, a Facebook post, I could begin typing in Facebook and this is what it gives me. Same thing with LinkedIn. Okay, same thing. So just know that you can begin coming in here and typing in whatever it is you want. If I wanted to do something with a video, excuse me, well, that just crashed. Let me go back into Canva. Type in video. So if I wanted to do something with a video, I could start right here. And then there was one other one I wanted to show you. Oh, YouTube. So if you wanted to do something with YouTube, there's all these options here. Okay. So just basically come in here and start typing whatever it is you want to do. Oh, that was the other thing. So if you want a Zoom background similar to like what I have here, just type in Zoom and you can put in a Zoom background. Kelly has a nice EXP Zoom background. So any type of background that you want to do for meetings, you can go ahead and do that in Canva and then upload it into your Zoom. So, all right. So as we go into create a design, we're going to go in here and we're going to do video because we're going to be creating a end screen for our YouTube video. That's what this class is for today. So I'm just going to click on video, but before I go through and begin showing you all the different things that you're going to do to do an end screen, I'm just going to run through these icons on the left for you, for anybody who hasn't been familiar with Canva. The very first icon on the left here that you're going to see is home. This is going to give you the templates that you need or that that Canva suggests for the type of canvas that you picked. So we picked video. So because I picked video, Canva gave me these templates, these foundations to start. Okay. If we picked Facebook posts, we would get a different set of templates. Okay. We had Zoom background, again, a different set of templates. So, hold on, I might add a couple more people in, admit all. So they do that, Canva does that because not everybody has a creative brain. In fact, most people don't. So it's best to just come in here and type what you want, and then Canva gives you the ideas. They give you that foundation to start. The next icon is the uploads icon, and what the upload icon does is it allows you to upload images, videos, and audio. So as you can see here, I have a bunch of static images that I uploaded. Okay, different sizes and things like that. Pictures, whatever I wanted. Videos, you can come in here and upload any videos that you've done, even of yourself. And then audio, Canva does have their own audio library, but if you have some audio library, let's say from like YouTube audio library, and you've downloaded it into your computer, you can upload it into here. And photos. So this is the really awesome, amazing thing that Canva does on its pro version. So in your free version, you can get very limited photos, like I think 1 or 2. But when you pay for the pro version, which is, I think it's $120 for the year, you get a barrage of photos, lovely high definition photos that you can utilize in all of your projects, whatever it may be. And you can come in here and just begin typing. Let's say you wanted to type a house. You can come in here and find any type of house. and plop it in there and begin your project. Something like that to utilize for a piece of marketing material, you could do something like that, okay? So you get all of these options with photos. And let's say you were trying to do something like, you know, a quick listing video of some sort, and you didn't have any listing. I should say listing presentation, not listing video. You could come in here and do a kitchen, type kitchen, and it gives you some options for kitchen, right? Gorgeous kitchen, boom. All right, so it just gives you an idea of like the different photos that you can do. And there's holiday photos. I mean, I don't think I have, I even looked for a photo last week of my city. So like Detroit, here's the Detroit skyline. So you could potentially look for any of your cities and use it as a backdrop, possibly for some marketing material that you're doing. Okay, so lots of good options here. Any questions so far?
How do you use, you mentioned YouTube audio library.
Yes.
Is that some feature that YouTube has where you could like download certain songs and use them?
Yes, so YouTube Audio Library is free audio content that you can go in and download that audio to utilize in your videos. And you can upload it into here as well. So let me see if I have the link. I think I did a, let me see here. Yeah, here it is. So I will, oh, it's not the page. Let me get in there really quick and see if I can get to the library quickly, unless somebody else knows where it is in their stuff. I think. Library, no, I'll find it. I'll find it and I'll upload it in the SoftwareSkills4Agents group on where you can get that audio library at.
I appreciate that. Thanks so much.
Yeah, no problem. I did have it as a favorite, and for some reason, you know, because we can't keep things consistent. It's not fair.
Of course.
All right.
So Sheila,
Yes.
on KV Core, you could go in and find a picture of that you like to upload as your cover photo on KV Core, for example, or
Yeah. Yes, you could upload a picture for KV Core. You can also, I showed this last week in the software skills. I think it was last week. It was either last week or the week before. You could also upload a video into YouTube and utilize the link for YouTube for your KV Core and do something like this, which is one of my listing videos. So.
okay, how did you do that again, please?
So you basically create a video and we'll do it in a different Canva class, but basically you create a video in Canva and you upload it into YouTube, and then you take that link from YouTube and you go into your KV Core settings and add that link into your KV Core settings. And then you can have something like this on your KV Core website.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, no problem. Just the unlimited things that you can do with Canva. So
I just sent a link to the YouTube library to everyone's chat.
wonderful. Thank you, Al.
Thank you.
All right. Any other questions so far? All right. So on to elements. Elements encompasses a lot of different things. So if you can't figure out where something is, look in elements. Elements houses your shapes, lines, features, your frames that you could use for videos and photographs, and then any type of grid things that you're doing. Some people do like a grid that has like 3 placeholders for pictures or videos. I could tell you in the, what has it been, 3 years that I've been using Canva, I don't ever use grids. I always use everything else. So, but it just has a lot of fun things that you can do with all of the different features that are in the elements icon. Okay, you can do animated stickers in it, hearts and flowers and things like that. Okay. I'm not going to go through anything in here, but just, you know what, maybe I'll just go through the frames. So whenever you see this, this green with the blue sky and everything like that right there is a placeholder. In Canva, anywhere where you see that, it's a placeholder. So know that any placeholder, you can put a photo or a video inside of that. You can drop it right inside. So if I were to take a photo here and move it over and drop it, it'll go right in there and it'll size right to that shape. Okay. Same thing if I wanted to use like a video. Okay, I could come down here to video and just plop that video right in there, and it'll shape right. It'll the ratio will fit right in that frame. Okay, really cool features. I love frames. All right, any questions in there? Lines, animations, there's different charts that you can utilize. You know, if you're doing market updates or something, you can utilize these fun charts. But you didn't know that was in there either. All right, now we're down to text. So in the Pro version of Canva, you can utilize the brand kit. And what you can do with that is you can upload custom fonts that you've downloaded into your computer. You can set your own custom fonts for your branded stuff. You can pick your own branded template palette, so to speak, with your EXP colors or for your branding material. If you have your own palette, you can set all of that up in the branding kit. But in here, you can see the top here is just your, you click on it and it just adds in these texts that are already set up. Okay. But down here are font combinations. Okay. And they're here to show you what that font combination is or what the style is. So if you look at this, and I'm going to get rid of this freshly baked. If you look at this and you come up here, right here is where the font type is. So this font right here, the font type is Majesty. Okay. And if you look at the effects of it, you're going to see that it has an echo effect on it. Okay. So just a little tip when you're using Canva and you're using these different texts, go into these texts when you put them in here and play around with them, but come in here and break them apart. Come in here to effects, see what effects they have on them, and then come up here and see what the font type is or font name. All right, any questions there?
Where's the break apart part again?
So if you have a font that is grouped together, you're going to see in these 3 dots, this area that you can't see. Usually when you are zoomed all the way out, you can see this extra section here with the 3 dots. But if you can't, just click on the 3 dots and you'll see that it says ungroup. Just click on group and it separates these 2 different text boxes. And you can group them back together simply by clicking on both of them. And if you are familiar with selecting more than one, you can click on one, hold the shift key down and click on the other one, and then come back to these 3 lines and click the group button. You could also right mouse click and click group. Okay. Any
Sheila, I
other?
have a question.
Yes, sir.
If we're, downloading, say, like our EXP branding, what file formats do we want to bring into Canva? Is there one that's better than the other, or are they all PNG files?
So the difference, I would not be bringing in EPS files. Those are files that Canva doesn't use, at least not that I've seen. So I utilize PNG files and JPEG files. Your PNG files are the ones that will most likely have a transparent background, and the JPEG files will have probably a white background. So
the AI files are not to be used either, right? Because those are for printers, right?
Right. Those are what are those? Adobe. Those are Adobe Illustrator files.
Right.
So yeah, I would utilize those in here. PNG or JPEG all day long.
Okay.
Okay. All right.
I also have a question.
Yeah.
Yes. When you want to change the color to EXP colors, can you select the item and put in the exact color reference number that EXP has?
I love that you asked that question.
Oh, good.
So yes, I'm going to take a step backwards here. I'm going to go back to the home because I'm going to show you the branding kit. Okay. So in the branding kit, which again comes with the pro version, I don't believe it comes with the free version. And anybody can tell me if it does or doesn't. But the branding kit, you could put branding logos in here. So I've put all my logos that I could possibly use inside my logos file, this logos branding kit. Okay, so all three EXPs. I generally do not use the EXP that is a JPEG. I usually use the ones that are transparent in background, just because that's what I like. I think it's cleaner, especially when you're doing stuff. Not everybody always uses white for their marketing stuff. So this just gives you more flexibility. Okay.
You need to have Pro to get the brand kit.
Correct. But you still could upload. You don't have to get the Pro version to upload an EXP logo into the uploads area. Okay. But to have all of the logos and everything in one place, yes, I would recommend that you do that. Okay. And then you come down here, Al, and here's where you will put the branding colors in for EXP. So if you're just starting out in Canva, generally there's a big palette here of different colors. What you can do is you can come in here and hit the X on those colors to get rid of them. And you can click on the plus sign to add in the EXP hex code. Now, I will quickly go through, just very quickly, because I don't want to spend a lot of time on it. EXP branding material is right here, and I will throw that up into the chat. And in there, you should see the branding guidelines. So generally download them, and in there they should have the color scheme for the colors. Now the fact is I already have them, but you can come in here and look at the colors, and right here, if you come right here, these are the colors and these are the hex codes. Okay. So make sure that when you are in Canva and wanting to add in those hex code numbers, that you pick those hex code numbers. So you're gonna, we'll go ahead and add one in here really quick. So this 19469D, and I'll show you how easy it is to put that in there. So I'm gonna come over here. I'm going to click on the plus sign. I'm going to come down to where the code will go here. And I'm going to type in 19469, and I'm going to type in D. And there is my branded color. Okay, and so you'll do that for all the branded colors. And if any
great.
of those people that are here that are not with EXP, you can do that with your brokerage information. You can put whatever color branding they have. And if you are with a big brokerage, generally they have a branding guidelines, and you should always look at that because they want you to use those specific color hex codes. Any questions there?
Thank you.
Okay, no problem. And then the last part of the branding is uploading. I told you you could upload your own font. So you would just make sure that that particular font is on your computer, and then click on the upload, and then you will find the font and upload it into Canva. Okay, I've done a few, I've uploaded a few different ones that I really like. So I utilize those. Any questions there? All right. So we're going to go back to our.
Where would you go to find some good selection of signature type and handwritten type fonts?
I always say go to Duff Fonts, DAFONTS is a good one to go to. They have a lot of different selections, and I think you could put cursive in there or calligraphy, and you can see a lot of different ones. But even when you come down here to text, okay, in Canva, and you click on here, you can come up here to change the font type and type in cursive. And when you type in cursive, it gives you all the different type of cursive fonts that there are that Canva has in its library.
Cool.
Okay, and you could do the same thing with block. Okay, if you type in block, it gives you different block types. And I think even black does the same thing. Okay.
And so duck font, is that what you said before?
Duff Font, DAFONTS.
Got it. Thank you.
Yeah.
After you download it, where do you like upload it in Canva?
What?
After you download the font from Duff Font,
Yeah.
how do you add it in Canva?
So you go to that brand kit that we were at. And again, it should be only with the pro version. I don't think the free version has it. But you go to that brand kit and go all the way down to the bottom and then click upload font and then locate the font.
Okay, thanks.
Yep. And it should be a OTF file or a TTF file, true type font.
So you have to actually download it to your computer first before you put it in Canva.
You actually have to download it and install it. So once it downloads, you double click on the TTF file or the OTF file. Generally, it's a TTF file. And you double click on it and it'll install in your computer. Once it installs in your computer, then you can upload it. You can upload it into Canva. And once you have installed it, it will be utilized in PowerPoint and Keynote and all the other different softwares that you have. All right.
Yes.
Any questions with that? I'm going to go let my dog out. Hey, go. Go, no.
The only thing I will say with the font that I had trouble with is that when it downloaded as a zip file. And so I ended up having to like find where it was. So I had trouble with that. It took me a while, but.
Oh, okay. So you downloaded, did you download like a group of them?
No, it was whatever font I downloaded as a zip file, and it had like the font, and then it had some other stuff in there.
Oh yeah, yeah, you're right. You're right. Yep, it does that. Did you download more than one font?
I downloaded like five or six of them, but not together.
Okay, and did it do that to every one of them?
It did.
Okay. So what Lexi's talking about is you just basically have to go in. Anytime that you download something from the internet, always look in your downloads file. Unless you have set your computer up to download somewhere else on your computer, generally all your downloads will go into your downloads folder on your computer, whether you have a Mac or whether you have a PC.
But are you saying once you open it, it'll work like in Excel and Word and all that stuff?
Yeah, so once you've uploaded, once you've installed that font, you can utilize it in all your different software.
Huh,
The only one you have to upload is a web-based software, so something like Canva.
Okay.
Just dropped a URL in the chat with another font website. They used to be free, but double check on it.
Oh, okay.
1000fonts.com and it's 1001. It's the numbers and then fonts.com if you guys want to check it out.
Perfect. Thank you so much.
And what kind of dog?
Me? I have a rat terrier and a Pom Chihuahua mix. He likes to be in here with me when I'm doing anything in here. All right, so another place where you can find your branded stuff is here under branded colors, but I never go into styles. I just don't. I never see a need for it. So I can't really tell you what to do in here. I guess you could utilize this for your branded stuff, but again, I don't utilize this, so we're gonna skip over it. All right. Here's audio. This is Canva's audio. So remember in uploads, we had stuff that we could upload, the audio that we could upload from that we had downloaded from YouTube or something. This is Canva's own library of audio. And yes, you can utilize this audio copyright free. You don't have to worry about it. You're not going to get in trouble or fined or anything like that.
Same with the video and pictures, right?
Yes, same thing with your video from Canva and the same thing from pictures from Canva.
Yeah.
Is that with the paid version or is that with the free version of it?
Paid version.
Yeah.
All right, and then videos here. You can type in anything here. Again, we can try and type in Detroit. I don't know that. Okay, so we have some video of Detroit here, and see. There's a little video of Detroit. So you just never know what you're going to find in here. I mean, I did a drone of neighborhood, right? Because I mean, a lot of us neighborhood, can't spell. A lot of us like to do maybe some video stuff of neighborhoods, right? Well, now we have drone footage. We didn't even have to worry about it. You know, just for some marketing stuff, you could utilize that. All right. And then backgrounds is simply that. I mean, you got different type of backgrounds that you would and all these different ones. Again, I don't utilize these very much for much of anything, but feel free to check them out. And then folders is where you can start to organize your stuff. So I suggest you do that right away because it could get, you could just start doing all kinds of stuff and then you're like, wow, oh my God, I got to organize all this. But if you have your branding kit set up, then it's under logos here and it will show you all of your different logos that you have in your branding kit. Any questions? Now I just showed you the icons on the left. There's a lot more that it does, but I just wanted to run through it real quick. So I'm sorry, go ahead.
I have a question about a particular issue that I'm having when I want to use my brand colors and say I'm on a slide and I want to go like change a font, for example, to my brand colors. It doesn't, like that color, the hex code doesn't pop up unless, and then what I end up having to do is like add my logo to the pictures because then it like extracts, you know what I mean? Like when you have a picture inside of your slide, it'll actually let you use the photo colors, and that's the only way. I feel like there's probably an easier way, and I'm just not figuring it out.
Let's see. I don't know that I have any of your. I don't think I have any of your stuff in here. So what you can do, okay, let's say, I'm going to go to a shape real quick. Okay, so this lady's jacket has a is turquoise, right? So if I wanted to use that color, I'm going to click on that, okay? But if I want to know what the hex code is, all I have to do is click on the new color, and it shows me what that hex code is. Then what I want to do is I want to go copy that hex code, go back to my branding kit, and I want to plop that right into my branding kit right away. Do you understand what I'm saying, Lexi?
Yep, that makes sense.
Okay.
So as long as it's in my brand kit, then I can use it for anything. It's like a
right. And if you don't know what that hex code is, but you like that font, I'm sorry, if you like that color, then find that color somewhere, plop it into your canvas, and create a shape like I did, and then pick that color from the palette. So Canva has added this feature on in the last year where you can pick the colors within a photo that's in your project. So it's really nice because of that reason that Lexi said, because I want to utilize that color, but I don't know what that hex code is. So what I did was I made my shape that color. Then I came up here to this new color and just looked what that hex code is down here. And I just copy it, go back to my branding kit. Come down here to the bottom. Paste it in there. And here's my new color to utilize forever and ever and ever. So then if I go to put another shape in, it's right here under my branded colors. All right, good to go. All right.
Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. Absolutely. All right. So what everybody is here for is to go over the end screen for their YouTube videos. That's what I touted we were going to teach tonight, or I was going to teach tonight. So you can have an end screen in many different ways. I have an end screen that's just static, which means it's just a picture. Okay. And I put that in the back of all of my, at the end of all of my videos. So I just add that picture at the end of my video. And the reason that I like to do the picture is so that I can extend it if I need to for a certain amount of time. But people like to have end screens at the end where they can put their videos, right? Their subscription, their circle, subscribe, and then their videos, right? Well, you can just create a video at the end of it that says subscribe and put it at the end of your video. And then when you do that, you create that end, it's called the end screen, and you just put your boxes there. You move your boxes up and down and around or whatever, and put them where they need to go. Okay, so I'm going to show you something that I did just yesterday, and I will create a new one that we could utilize. But this one I pulled in yesterday. So what I did was I went down here to video and I typed in subscribe. And if you just hover over the video, it's going to show you what it does. Okay, so there's all these different subscribes. okay, that you could utilize. And the one that I utilized was this one where you touch and then it says subscribe. Okay. But what I did was in the end of the subscribe, I added my information. So this is what it looks like. And I didn't put any music with it whatsoever, but you can. But this is what it looks like at the end of my video. Now, it normally doesn't do that flicker. It normally just is very smooth and doesn't do that flicker, but we're streaming right now, so it hiccups a little bit. What?
How did you add your name to the end?
Okay. That's a really great question. And you'll see down here, I have 2 different slides. Okay. So in order to add your name at the end of it, you're going to break it up into 2 different pages. Okay. Now you could have one page where you have your name here. Okay. But your name's going to show even when it's trying to do its little thing before the subscribe even comes up. And that's not really what you want to do. What you want to do is have that subscribe come up and then your name come in afterwards. So the very first page is, we have that video on there. And we also have that same video on the second page. But what you can do is you can come in here to the timing and you can adjust the timing down. Okay. So I didn't let the timing go the entire length because I want to have the end of that video be on my second page because I want to add in my name and information on the end. Okay. So if I go to the second page and I click on this video, you're going to see that my video here is clipped where it's only showing the end of the video. So it's all cut off all the way up until this point, and then it plays out. Now you're going to say, well, how do you know when to cut it off, right? Like that's going to be the next question. So what you're going to do is you're going to figure out where you want to cut it off. So I click on the video, I come up here, and I adjust this timing, and I see that it says 10.6 seconds. So what I want to do is I want to come to my second page and I want to click on it. And then I want to go to my timing and I want to set the beginning up to start at 10.6 and then just go to the end.
So you created the second page by just adding it twice?
Yes. So essentially what you do is you create this, okay? And then you just duplicate that second page. Okay, that's what I would do is create your first page and then duplicate it in your second. That makes it so much easier.
How do you duplicate it?
You come here and click duplicate, and then that will duplicate the page. So if I were to click on this and duplicate, it adds in another page exactly with the same everything in it.
So Sheila, this looks a lot like PowerPoint in the same way that we would, duplicate a slide, right?
Oh yeah. Yeah, Keynote, it's like if you know PowerPoint, Keynote, Keynote is a Mac software similar to PowerPoint. If you know those, you can generally work with this software. This is just drag and drop. So any questions so far?
Yes, please.
Oh, hi, Gary.
Hi. What is your creative project? What is the size that we're using when you're creating this? What is the one we use?
The creative design will be video.
Just the video?
Yep.
Page? Okay.
Yeah, if you go creative design and just type in video, just use that one. Okay. Now you're going to say, well, Sheila, how come you did it on the bottom? How come you did it like this? Okay. Well, the reason is if I put my boxes and my subscribe and stuff up here, then it won't cut off my subscribe. It won't you know, things won't get all layered over each other. So just remember how you want your end screen to look, and then create your Canva project. So you can go into YouTube's end screen and put those boxes anywhere you want. You can move them around. So create your Canva material, upload it into YouTube, or create your video, upload that into YouTube, and see how it looks. And it's going to take trial and error the first couple of times, but you will start to understand how to do it. And before you know it, it'll be second nature. But I would always suggest, from a branding standpoint, that if you're going to create an end screen, that you stay consistent with your end screen. Period. End of story. That's it, because that way people know you that they know you by your branding. Okay. So whatever you use, utilize it every single time.
Okay, so when you upload your videos to YouTube, it has an option. It says end screen. Is this where you put it, or do you put it at the end of the video
At the
itself?
end of the video. So you'll go into vidoeo or whatever video editing software you use and put this video clip. That's what's going to happen, is you're going to download it as a video, and you're going to put that video clip at the end of the video. Okay. All right. So on the second slide, all I did was add in, I just typed in my information here, and that was it. And that's what you see at the end. Okay, so I'm gonna just
So
down
on these, you just type on it and it works. I'm sorry, I missed a little, my phone rang.
No, go ahead and ask again.
So how did you get the wording on the screen?
So all you'll do is come into text.
Text, okay, gotcha. Okay, there
And
we go.
then click on one of the text boxes, and then it'll end up in your project, and then you just edit it out of there.
Oh, okay, thanks.
Any other questions so far? Okay, I'm going to download this real quick because I'm going to show you very quick how you can utilize it in YouTube. I'm just going to do a very quick video at the end. Actually, before I do that, I just want to show you. So you can come in here and just do something like this as a subscribe. Okay. And just leave this like this and put your information up here if you wanted. Okay. So we could come in here and just type in text. And then, you know, obviously the phone numbers and all of that stuff that you want in there. Okay. And you could even utilize the animation that Canva has. Okay. But again, if you go to look at it from a playing standpoint, I'm going to go over here to the end here. Okay. So your information is here, and then the subscribe comes in. So just know that your information will be there ahead of the subscribe, but it's however you want to do it. You know, I don't like to tell people what to do. I just try to show you how to do it. Okay. So you could download this and use this at the end of your video. So my suggestion to you is to go into Canva and utilize the video feature and go through here and just play with the subscribe. Okay, you could do something like this. Okay, and when you do something like this, for another class, you could take out the green screen and have it in front of your picture. But we'll do that in another class. Just all the different fun things you can do with Canva. Again, I utilize it for my entire business, so Canva's it. Go ahead, Beth Ellen. Nope, you're muted, honey.
Does it actually subscribe? Do you have a link behind it, or is it just reminding people to do that?
This is just reminding them to do it, but there is a subscribe button. So that's what I wanted to show you really quick, is I wanted to show you how it works in YouTube. So I'm going to quickly do a video. I don't think I have one up here. No. I'll do a quick video compilation here. And if you've ever, if you have never used video for your video editing, it's a really great tool to use. It's pretty user friendly. I used to use iMovie, and I'm telling you, I like video a whole lot better, and you can do a lot more stuff with it. So, oh, not that one. Didn't want to do that one. Wrong one. This is, nope, it's the same one. We'll do it on this one. All right, so we'll throw this, the subscribe here on the end, okay? Actually, we gotta upload it. We'll upload it in here. So you upload it into WeVideo or whatever video editing software that you use. So you just upload that video clip. Now, when you're doing video editing, all they are just clips. That's all we have is clips. Everything, the little advertisement you saw today, was I just created it in WeVideo. Nothing special. Okay, so I'm going to plop this at the end. Okay, and then I'm going to click finish. Hopefully this will finish in this amount of time. Okay. In the meantime, while we're letting that queue up, any questions so far? I'm going to run through a quick. We have only about 8 minutes. I'm going to run through a quick thumbnail. But any questions?
Looking good, girl.
Thank you, Jerry. All right, so if you wanted to do a YouTube thumbnail, you're going to go back into Create a Design. That was back at your home. You're going to type in YouTube, and you come down here to the YouTube thumbnail. Now, somebody might question, well, why do you keep going back in and finding the project? If you look over here to the right, every project has a size. Okay, 800 by 800, 300 by 60. Okay, your channel art here. And if you ever want to do a channel art class, I'm happy to do that one as well. But you'll notice that every project has a size. So you want to make sure that you're using the right size template for what you're going to do. So Instagram has a certain size that they utilize. YouTube does, Facebook, LinkedIn, all of them. They all have a certain size template that they want in order for you to do a video or an image or something like that, and for them to show that entire thing. If I were to take a YouTube video and upload it into Facebook, it's going to cut off. When you're just kind of looking at it and in a scrolling feature, it's going to look cut off. But if you were to click on it, then it shows you that entire video project. Does that make sense? Okay. So in thumbnail, we have this blank canvas, and all you're going to do is utilize some elements. That's what I suggest you do, along with utilizing a picture of yourself. So the first thing you can do is start creating some shapes and maybe making them look a certain way in your project. Maybe use the EXP branded colors and you do something like that. It doesn't matter. I'm just trying to show you that you can just do different things with Canva to get, stuff like this. And so what another thing you could do is, utilize this for a house. Okay, can make it black, put a little doorway in there, come back into elements, come back up here, make it white. And make it a little doorway. Okay, So you made a house. So just the different things that you can do here. And then you will just put your text in here, okay? But the thing that I always try to emphasize when I'm telling people to create a thumbnail, you want to create a thumbnail that people are going to click on. So you want to make it like powerful. You know, you don't want to clutter it up, but you want to make it powerful. Like, wow, I need to click on that. Okay. So whatever you do, I would utilize the color, the colors that are very bright are the ones that I would utilize. So something like that, or like a yellow, a very bright yellow. That's not bright. Slide this over. Now that's a bright yellow. Okay. A pink is one that because when you're scrolling, you want people to be stopped by something that like kind of pops out at them, right? How many of you gone on Facebook or something, you're scrolling and all of a sudden you see this like red thing, or, you know, something that's all red or something that's all blue or something like that, that just kind of stops you in your tracks. So you want to do something like that. Okay. And then again, adding in your, so we say maybe this is top 10 restaurants. Okay, well, maybe I want to do my background is Detroit. So I come down here to photos and I do Detroit and I put it in here, but I don't want to have it take up my whole thing. So I get a frame and I put it in my frame. Okay, so something like that. And then I shrink down my stuff here. And then another thing that you need to learn about Canva and usually any graphics design software is things get layered. Okay, so see how this is behind my picture? You want to right mouse click and bring it to the front. Okay. So we could do something like move this over and see how we can't really see it back here. Well, you could change the font color to white, or you could change the font color to pink or to yellow, like a bright yellow. Okay. And then you could even increase this if you wanted to. And maybe you take out the EXP colors. Okay. And then you add in your picture. Oh, and then I know everybody laughs at me because I teach this, but if you ever want to use, oh, I'm going to plug in my computer. If you ever want to use Canva to take out backgrounds, it's got a great feature for that. You just click on the image, click on effects and click background remover, and it does it for you. Yippee! Look at that. Isn't that great? I love that feature. I just love that feature. That and the lines really, really make me happy. All right. What?
Well, I said that is cool.
It is, because you could do that with any picture.
Can you flip them too?
You can. Sometimes when the processing gets a little bit bogged down on your computer, it won't work as well. But yes, you can. And then when you're using frames and stuff like that, it could get a little hairy, like you see I'm doing. And ask Lexi about that. I think she struggles with that like I do. So,
no, that's cool.
But yes, you can flip all your objects like that, and you can adjust the objects to blur. So if I wanted to blur that and then add something on top of it, I could do that as well. So if I wanted to add the same picture on top with a background removed. I could do something like that, like a shadow. There's all fun. I could sit here all night and show you all the different things that it does. But
Yeah, it seems like this could be your job.
yeah, yeah, I mean, seriously. So the video now is here, it's done. And we're gonna come over here to YouTube and we're gonna upload it. And then I'm gonna show you quickly how to do the end screen part of it, and then we'll be done. All right, so come up here to create. And click upload and click select files. And click SoftwareSkills4Agents, which is what the file is called. Okay, and we're gonna just let that upload. Any questions or anybody have any topics that they would like to learn in regards to software?
Maybe video next time? Is that what you're asking?
Yeah, I mean, anything in the future. So I have done in the past video ones. I'm happy to do another session on video. But anything, like if you're struggling with maybe the MLS software, or maybe you haven't seen what RPR could do, or, you know, how do you utilize keywords everywhere, or, I mean, just any number of things. Talk about some software that you're struggling with, and we can see about doing a class on it.
I've got an interest in doing I'm sorry.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
I was saying I have an interest in learning how to set up my YouTube channel.
Same.
Okay, so maybe like a step-by-step on how to set up your YouTube.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, we can do that. Set up.
Because isn't it true that they're saying that YouTube is a bigger search engine more so than even Google at this point? So if you don't have a presence there, you're losing out.
It's the second most utilized search engine. Google is the first.
But Google owns YouTube, so it's really the same.
It's the same, yeah, that's
It's
true.
different. Because you could type in Google and it'll come up, but you could also type into YouTube and it'll come up. But YouTube only pops up videos. It's not going to pop up info like Google does.
Right.
That's because YouTube and Google are search engines and Facebook et al. Are social media, and they're different.
Yeah.
So if you have more than one channel, do you need different email addresses for them?
You know, that's a good question. I don't think that you do. I think to set them up, you do. But I would have to investigate that, because I have a couple of YouTube channels and both of them have different email addresses. But you could also just set up a channel name and just I think you can set up multiple channels and utilize the same email address. Because if you come in, no, I can't do it now, but I'll show you after this. You can go in there and pick your channel name. So again, long story short, I know I went around and around with that, but I'm pretty sure you could utilize one email address for multiple channels, but I'll investigate it.
So do you think for real estate, the channel should have your name on it?
Yes.
That's what I was thinking.
Anything branded, anything about real estate that you're doing should have your name on it. You are your brand.
Right.
Should have your picture, should have your name, everything. And it should look consistent. Okay. All right. So I am going to click next on here because I want to get the end screen. So I'm going to add on the end screen. I'm going to come down to this one. Okay. And if you look down here at this bottom portion, you'll see this is the end screen portion. Okay. Well, this is our end screen right here. So it's going to play right at the end. So what you can do is see where it's going to play and where it's going to land just by clicking the play button. But we don't want that because it's going to go over our subscribe. So what you want to do is you want to go back here. Pause it. You want to come back here and you want to bring it in to where that end video is going to start. So if you look right here, it's going to start right here. That's where I've moved the end screen from YouTube over the part of the video that's going to show the end screen. So this is the end screen right here, okay? So I just moved that over to where the end screen in my video begins, okay? And what I do is to move up these end screen images. So this is what I'm going to pick. You could pick best per viewer, most recently recorded one, or choose a specific video, whatever for this one. And then this one, you're going to pick something maybe out of your playlist. Okay. And then here's your subscribe. Now you could put these any which way, but remember, what did your end screen that you created in Canva look like? You want to make sure you don't want to cover that up. So on mine, I did everything towards the bottom. So I want to make sure that all of this ends up at the top. So now what I can do is I can look at it play out. And there it is. Okay. We did it in Canva. We uploaded it into vidoeo and we uploaded it into YouTube. Boom. All done. Okay. Then you just save it. Oops. Then you just save it. And next and you know, publish it and do all that fun stuff with it.
So you need to go from Canva to vidoeo then to here?
Yes. Because you're going to, I mean, let me think here. You don't have to, because you can upload a video that you do in Canva. So you just asked a very important question. Do you have to can you upload it right into YouTube from Canva? You can, as long as you do all your video editing in Canva. Okay, so what you could do, okay, is after your video is done, maybe you take a long clip of video or whatever video you're doing, you do it in Canva. Now, this would be probably for another class because this will, you know, this could potentially take a little bit longer. But you could come in here and have I'm going to come down here to create a couple more pages so I can show you. So these are going to be my next 2 pages, okay? And I'm going to do a video with my drone footage. Drone neighborhood. Okay, one's going to be that. And then one is going to be my end screen. Okay, this is just doing a very short video, but you could add in multiple slides here of video, maybe a video that you did right there. Okay, you were talking in front of it, and maybe this just has some text over it about a neighborhood. Again, I'm just going very quick just to show you, okay? Okay, so something like that. So now we can save this, okay? This is going to be our end screen of our video. Okay, so this is the end screen of our video. Now what we can do is just download the video and then upload it into YouTube. You don't even have to use the video. Okay. Just know that you are limited in your transitions between the slides on Canva. You can't, like in vidoeo, you can do a soft transition or a fade transition or a zoom transition. In Canva, you don't have that ability yet. I'm hoping they get it in there somewhere because that would be really great.
That's why you use the video because it has more features.
It has better options for me, maybe not necessarily everybody. I like utilizing the different video features. But if you just want to do a very simple video that you want to upload into YouTube, then you would just do something like this. Now, EXP, for those of us who are at EXP, we did have videos in the market center. You could potentially download those videos, upload them into Canva as long as you have the right size, put your end screen on it, put it up into YouTube. It's your video. Then you didn't even need a video editor. Make sense?
So you'd have to put it into Canva and then put it on?
Yes, unless you use a video editor. So you would potentially be using Canva really as your video editor, because you'd have to upload the video into Canva and then put your end screen on the second page, like we did here, or the third page, I should say. So this is the end screen. And potentially the EXP Market Center video would be only one slide, because that entire video would go right here and would play right here.
Okay.
And then when it's done playing, then it would bring in your end screen. Okay.
Oh, okay.
So all these different pages come together as one video.
Oh, okay. That's what I was wondering too, if it has its space.
Yeah.
Okay.
So right here, you look, here is the video. It would be, this is what the video would look like on YouTube. So it's this drone footage, and then depending on how long this drone footage is, I don't know, I didn't look at it. And then the end screen. And then the subscribe. Again, my computer's bogging down, so it's going a little bit slower, but you get the idea. It's one video now versus having to go through video and upload and download and do all that stuff. So you could potentially do an entire video just using Canva.
Cool. Thanks for the info.
Yeah. Any other questions? All right. Thank you everyone for coming. And I'm here every Monday, 7 o'clock, Software Skills for Agents. Always come back. We'll be doing another one next week. And I think we'll try and hit the video. So
Thank you so much.
Have a good night.
You too.
Thank you, Sheila.
Thank you,
Will
Sheila.
this, Thank you, Sheila. Good night.
Sheila, will this presentation be available later on?
Yes, I will upload this video, this recording, into the Software Skills for Agents class, both on Facebook and in EXP.
Thank you. Thank you. Great class. I just got interrupted for a few minutes.
Oh, you're welcome. No problem.
All right. Okay.